Hello friends, and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And today we are going to work on our adductors, external rotation, rotators, glutes, and certainly all parts of the body. And we're going to aim for a pose called Prasarita Padottanasana, or feet wide apart pose. And it is grounding or rooting, and it feels really good for the legs to stretch them out with feet distance apart to address adductors, inner knees, and to hug the midline. So we are going to do that today. It's a follow-up from yesterday's Uttanasana yoga video if you are doing these in a row. And for now, let's take a comfortable seat. I'm sitting on my block, and I have half of a strap that I cut up because I don't feel like I need the full strap and it takes a lot of space. So find a strap or a scarf or something. And from here, let's sit comfortably onto our sit bones, and we'll start with 3 nice long Ujjai breaths or ocean breaths or any sort of breath, just to sit nice and tall onto our sit bones and have our hips and our shoulders stacked above and below each other, pulling the ears back and chin is down, neck is nice and long. And then we'll take the tongue into the roof of the mouth and start to move the breath through the nose. And inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, as long inhales and as long exhales as you can achieve for this moment. And we'll do one more round. Inhale. And slowly open the eyes, and I hope you feel here and now feeling. So from there, we're going to lay down onto our backs and take the block for the upper back and give ourselves a little upper back bend, low version on the block. You can also not use a block and simply lay onto your back. Keep the strap close by, and from here we drape ourselves over the block in a nice flat way, arms to the side, feet together, and dropping the head back, opening the spine, opening hips, letting the knees be heavy, and coming into Supta Padangusthasana by just being here for another 3 nice long breaths before we start our journey into opening rotators, adductors, legs, hips, just in a little bit more vigorous way than laying in a restorative position. But enjoy this, and maybe there is some subtle adjustments in hips, sit bones, lower belly, knees, ankles. And we'll stay for one more breath here. And gently close your knees together. Take the hands behind the head and lift yourself up, hands by the legs, and come all the way up. And we'll take our block to the side, and we'll keep it there for further on in the practice should we need it. For now, take your right foot up to the sky and taking our hands around the strap, and stretch your left leg out. And I'm having a strap because it feels really good for my arms. Today, we're just stretching the arms up and pull the upper arm bones down and lengthen into the back of the right leg. Extend the left leg, extend the right leg, push the mound of the big toe up towards the sky. And from here, we're going to pull the belly button in and lift the head up towards the knee, elbows out to the side. And getting some good attention into the back of the right leg, Supta Padangusthasana, extending, stretching, hugging, organically extending all at the same time. And exhale, bringing it all the way back down. Take both hands into the strap. Take your left hand onto your left quad and drop your right leg out to the side. Just to a comfortable, stretchy position without losing the left hip. We keep stabilizing with the left hand onto the left quad and extending the left leg fully and pushing out through the right mound of the big toe and opening up into the legs, adductors, hamstrings. One more breath, and then we'll take it all the way back up and switch to the second side. Take the left foot up into the strap, extend your right leg forward, hands up to the sky. Push the left mound of the big toe up towards the sky. Extend through the inner knee with a slight bend at the same time, but to take it to where you feel like you are stretching the back of your leg and warming it up. And from here, pull the belly button in and lift your upper body up, elbows to the side, head towards the knee, extend the back body, contract the front, hug muscles in and extend out all at the same time. One more breath here and exhale, bringing it back down. Left hand around both straps, right hand to your right quad, and then we'll take the left leg out to the side without losing our right hip, leaving the right hip down, extending, hugging muscles in, and starting to stretch into the left adductors, medial hamstrings, open up pathways for legs, for knees, for ankles, for seat. One more breath here. And bringing it all the way back up. And then from there, take the strap all the way down, take your knees into the chest, and make circles onto the sacrum. 3 times one way. And then we'll take 3 times the other way around. And keeping the knees together, checking to see if there's anything in the lower back that might want to adjust. And then hands underneath your knees. And then we're going to roll all the way up and cross at the ankles and make our way up onto tabletop, please. And second finger forward. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Pull the belly button all the way in. Extend the back body, top of the head towards the mat. And from here, keep the nice plugging into the front side and bring the upper arm bones in and extend out into downward facing dog, high up onto your toes. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones, right heel down, getting the back of the leg stretch. And this time we can send the right heel down and bend the knee and get ankle, calf included. And then second side, left heel down, bend your left knee. One more breath here. And then come up onto the toes. Make your way over to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. We'll do a little check here to see how we're feeling today in the front side, hugging the midline, pulling the belly button in. One more breath, and then lowering all the way down to the belly. And inhale to cobra, pulling the chest forward and up, lifting belly, lifting the whole front side and lengthening the legs. Exhale, taking it back down, push back, tabletop, please. And arch the spine up to the sky. And then come to neutral spine. Take your right leg up to tabletop. And then we're going to do some half circles, right knee down to the left knee and out to the side. And checking in a little bit more with our hips. And we'll do 2 more circles. Right knee out and around, and last one, and bringing it back down and switching to second side, taking the left leg up, tabletop, and bringing it back down and circle around. And 2 more circles here to untie any knots in rotators, lower back, and then big toes together, knees apart, come to child's pose. Stretch your arms all the way forward. And one more breath here. And then gently make your way back up. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes. Pedal around in your heels. Step one foot between the hands and bend your knee down in the back, sweep the arms forward and up. And I said 1 foot forward, just so that you can step your foot forward so we can meet together facing each other here pretty soon. So step the foot forward that turns us later on towards each other. So from here, pull your arms up towards the ears and lifting all the way up. And exhale, hands to the inside of the foot towards each other, and then lift your back knee up and flip yourself over into Skandasana with your knee bent and the extended leg out to the side, heel down, toes up. Breathing in towards the adductors, getting some good flexion on the knee, and sweeping up and over second side. Inhaling and exhaling, and taking your adductors and hugging them strongly in, karate chopping the heel down. And one more breath here, and gently come all the way back over to the front and flip yourself back to downward facing dog, please. Inhale and exhale. Make your way over to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked, and lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra, undo your toes and pull yourself forward and up, and exhale, taking it back down. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, and making yourself back up. Tabletop, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sweep your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee up here. And step your right foot between the hands. Windmill up to warrior two. Sweep the left arm up and around. And here we are into Virabhadrasana 2 with the right leg forward and the left leg back. And then from here, flip your palms up, and we're going to extend the palms up to the sky and bending back down and extending up. And again, bringing it down and extending. And last one, take your right forearm to your right thigh, sweep your left arm up and over, bicep towards ear, pull the belly button in, and bring your right side of the rib cage forward and your top back, extend into the back leg. One more breath, and then slowly come back to warrior two. Arms to the side, windmill all the way back and down. Turn your back toes, step back, downward facing dog. And from here, take your left leg up to the sky, bend your knee, sink your right heel down. And from here, step your left foot between the hands and windmill up into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, and we'll stay right here. Turn your palms up to the sky and extend your front leg and tipping them back down. And inhale, press down through the mounds of the big toes. And we'll do one more. Press the front foot and exhale, and we'll meet back in warrior two, palms facing down, left forearm, left thigh. Sweep the right arm up and over, bicep to ear. Pull the belly button in, and taking the bottom ribs forward and the top ribs back. Take the gaze underneath the upper arm. One more breath here. And slowly making you back to warrior two. And windmill down and around and come to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make your way to plank pose. Lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Inner shoulder to outer shoulder. And exhale, bringing it all the way back down. Push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. And gently from here, tabletop and downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step one foot between the hands so that we're facing each other. And we're going to come over to tuck the toes slightly in, hands onto the hips. And we're going to come to upright standing and taking the arms up to the sky, palms together. Take your arms over towards the left side and stretch into the right side of the waist. And up and over, second side, left side of the waist. And exhale, release, come back to the center. Take your hands to the hips, elbows to the back. And we're starting our journey with Prasarita Padottanasana A, which is hands on the hips and pulling the elbows back and lifting all the way up from here. And making our way all the way down on towards the floor with our head between the feet and the hands on the hips and pulling the elbows back, shoulders away from ears, head is off of the mat. And then we're going to take the heel of the hands, align with the heel of the feet and pull the belly button all the way up, and then taking the top of the head towards the mat. And then here we are, the feet are wingspan apart. And we are having our first forward bend hamstring version of Prasarita Padottanasana. One more breath here. And then from here, taking our hands back to the hips and come up to standing and come back onto the front of the mat. And this time around, bring the big toes together, hands to the side. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, and exhale, hinge and fold. So we went from wide apart to legs hugging together. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, place your hands, step back to down dog. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot outside of your right hand. We were here in the previous class, and from here we're going to come forward and then extend back and extend the heel down and the toes up, and we have external rotation onto the front leg, and we're sinking down and extending back out. And one more. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, extending back out, and putting the left knee down to the mat, left hand out to the side, right arm to sky, and lifting up and back and up and back and up and back. One more breath here, and exhale, bringing it all the way back down. Hands to the mat, lift your back knee off, step back, downward facing dog, left foot outside of the left hand. Take your right knee to the mat and the right hand to the side of your mat, so you have external rotation onto your left foot. Tuck your right toes under, bring your shoulder blades together on your back. Pull your ears back, stretch into your hips. One more breath here. And exhale, release, hands back down and step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come to plank pose. Lower all the way down. Take your elbows into the chest. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, come back down and push back to child's pose. Big toes together and knees apart. Stay here. Give yourself another breath right here. And gently make your way back up. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And walk your feet over to your hands and come to ragdoll with feet hip widths apart, bending into the knees, hands around elbows. Long spine, sacrum higher than the lower back. And we'll stay here. One more breath, extending into the back body. And from here, take your hands to your hips, elbows to sky, root your feet and come to standing. And we'll come and face each other, open your feet wide apart, and we'll come back to feet wide apart. Prasarita Padottanasana stance with our ankles and our wrists stacked above and below each other. Take our arms up into star pose and lift the arms up and back and up and back and up and back and up and back. And exhale, come back to the center, hands to hips, elbows to the back, lift all the way up and back and hinge and fold forward, taking our top of our head towards the mat. And then hands to the floor. This time around, let's extend the arms. Take the right hand outside of your left shin and take your left hand to your sacrum and twist and turn. Take the gaze up towards the sky. Take your left arm up to the sky. Hug your inner edges of your feet strongly together. One more breath here and exhale, release. Come back down, hands to the mat. Take your left hand on the outside of your right shin ankle. Take your right hand to your sacrum, twist and turn. Hug your shins in. Take your right arm up to the sky and twist and turn. One more breath here and exhale, release. Hands back down to the mat. And then from here, find your block, please. Let's take our block and we'll put the block between our feet, right between the feet. We'll take the hands between the heel of our feet and we'll come up onto our fingertips and pull the belly button in, and then place the hands down and take the block towards the head towards the block. Move the block however you need to move it. Maybe it needs to be on the taller version, maybe it needs to be on shorter version, and then we'll have rooting and grounding feeling into feet, into hands, into top of the head. And we are, yes, extending down and at the same time levitating up and away. Muscle energy and organic energy all at the same time. Pull the shoulder blades down and away from the ears. One more breath here. And slowly release and take your block to the side. And from here, hands to the mat and make your way over into downward facing dog, stepping your hands forward to your front of your mat and your feet to the back of the mat, and take your feet on each side of the mat and come up high onto the toes. Bend the knees and extend your spine, lift your sacrum higher than the lower back. If you came to this class to open up adductors to release into the lower back, then here we are as well, lifting sacrum, untie knots in the lower back. One more breath and then exhale, bringing it back down. Feet hip widths apart, plank pose, shoulders and wrists are stacked, and then we lower all the way down and inhale into cobra. Untuck the toes, pull the shoulder blades back, and exhale, coming all the way back down. Push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And we'll stay here. One more breath. And slowly make your way all the way back up. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a walk over to your hands, please. And inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold, top of the head towards the mat, hands to hips, elbows to sky, root your feet and come to standing. Step your feet wide apart. Again, arms to the side, and we're going to take the heels towards each other. So our feet are not like super wide wingspan apart. We'll bring it in a little bit so that when we take the heels in and the toes out, the knees ends over our ankles. Let's do that. Arms to the side. Take your right forearm to your right thigh and sweep the left arm up and over. And second side, taking your right arm up and over. And again, up and over. Moving energy into the side body, into the lower back, side of the lower back. And then gently from here, come back out, arms to the side, and we'll sit a little deeper and a little deeper and a little deeper, and then extend, turn the toes in and heels out. Now we come back to feet, ankles, wingspan apart, and then hands behind, interlace, and take your hands onto your sacrum, bring your shoulder blades up and back, take your elbows to the back, and then from here, hinge and fold, bending into the knees, and lifting the sacrum nice and high. Take the top of the head towards the mat,
shoulders away from the ears. Now the head does not have to be on the mat, and we're not putting it onto a block. We are simply having it nice and free to release into the neck, as we are also hugging the inner edges of our legs together as we stretch into shoulders, as we are lengthening into the whole back body. Inhaling and exhaling from the lower back up to shoulders. Heel of the hands are together, legs are rooting and grounding. And we'll stay one more breath here. And gently release hands to our sacrum and hands to the mat. Step your hands over to the front of the mat and step your feet back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And from here, we're going to walk our feet over to the hands and come to Malasana with our toes slightly turned out, heels slightly in, more external rotation, and certainly pressure on ankles and knees and lower back. Palms together, thumbs can come to our third eye, forehead. And we get to release the lower back and open it up a little bit more into the seat, into adductors. And we have a little left onto our backs. And then we'll come back for one more Prasarita Padottanasana. And then from here, we'll take our seat all the way down and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then this time around, we're going to take the knees into the chest, peace fingers around the right big toe, or take your strap again, left leg forward, right leg up to the sky. And we'll stay here. We anchor down the left hand onto the left quad and externally and rotate our right leg out to the side as we are having good awareness into the leg, spreading our toes. Left hand is anchoring the left leg down, the hip stays down. And we'll stay 3 breaths here and getting some good awareness from adductors, from seat, all the way down to the inside of the knee. One more breath, and then we'll take it all the way back up. Peace fingers are released, and then we'll switch to the second side. Left 2 peace fingers up to around your left big toe. It's very similar from yesterday when we held our big toe as well in Uttanasana. Hands to the right hand to the right quad, and then we'll take our left leg and we extend the right leg, and then we'll take a external rotation for the left leg, nice and easy, out to the side, right leg forward, upper arm can support us onto the mat, onto the floor. And we'll spread the toes, extend out through the mounds of the big toes from the seat, from the lower belly, really out the adductor line, inner knee line to the ankle, to the big toe. One more breath here, and then slowly bringing the leg back up. Release your peace fingers, hands around the knees, hugging everything in, squeezing center back together, and then hands underneath the knees, and we roll our way up, cross at the ankles, and come on to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From down dog to plank, from plank to the belly, elbows tucks in. Inhale, untuck your toes and come to cobra. Pull the ears back and exhale, bringing it back down. Push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. And from here, come back up to tabletop and to downward facing dog, and we'll make our way with one foot between the hands for Prasarita Padottanasana. We'll stay nice and low this time and tuck the toes slightly in, heels slightly out. We can do a little check, lifting our arms and check to see that our wrists are just above our ankles. And then from here, take our peace fingers around the big toes and inhale, and we have a nice internal rotation onto the legs. And then from here, elbows are coming out to the side and belly button is pulling in, shoulders away from the ears, top of the head towards the mat. And we are hugging our midline. We are getting some good traction onto shoulders, onto spine, and some really nice rooting and grounding feeling, being connected with our body and lifting the sacrum a little higher than the lower back and hugging inner thighs towards the midline, creating space for lower back by creating space for the center line. One more breath here, and then slowly extend the arms, hands back to the center, and step back to downward facing dog. And this time around, we'll take that down dog a little wider away and pedal into heels, hugging the midline. Come up onto the toes. One more time, bend the knees, lift your sacrum higher than your lower back. Tiger dog. And bring your heels back down and come to plank pose, please. Last plank pose, and then lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder, and exhale, belly down, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. One more breath here. And tabletop, crossing at our ankles and come to a seat. And if you ended up at the back of your mat, then come to the center again. Hands by the knees. We're going to roll our way down, vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, and bringing knees into the chest. For our final pose, happy baby pose, arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet. Now, this is where we could have a little fun if we felt like it and keep our legs right here. You can certainly have arms underneath the knees, working with the releasing rotators, sit bones, adductors, hip socket. From here, hold on to your left foot and maybe extend your right leg. And taking maybe the toes down towards the mat and then bringing it back up, and hold on to your right leg and start to press out through the mound of the big toe, root and ground the right side, and bringing your left center toe towards the floor, certainly not towards the mat, but maybe down towards the floor, and then bringing it back down. Happy baby. And hugging the knees all the way in, squeezing everything into the midline. Head towards knees, elbows towards ears. Squeeze your glutes. Bring your center line back into the center, because it kind of went out on a little walkabout in Prasarita Padottanasana. And then we'll just hug everything back together into its right and whole place, and then release back down. Hands under the knees, roll your way up and come to a comfortable seat for our closing meditation, where we just simply sit together and have a quiet time, kind of, sort of, and letting all of those yoga poses find its place in our body and help us to find stillness into our center line. Hands onto the knees, pulling the hands in so the elbows and the shoulders are stacked, pulling the ears back, and simply letting the breath come and go as it likes. You can always put the tongue into the roof of the mouth again and letting the breath just come and go with ease, and letting it kind of soothe the mind, should we need that. Or just sitting, softening the outer layers of the body. The muscles certainly are active to keep us seated, but we don't have to contract the midline. We're just sitting. Hips and shoulders are stacked. There's a nice natural curve in our spine. There's a buzzing in the bottom of the feet and in the palm of our hands. We're letting the magic of the poses work and help us to update our layers, falling into this right and whole place. Maybe the hips feels different, the knees, the ankles. Maybe there's more space in the lower back.
And you can certainly stay here as long as you feel, and savoring the moment from yoga practice. Hands at the heart for me, and I thank you so much for joining me for this session, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. We are doing 30 different sessions that I will only call yoga, and it will take us into different things. Tomorrow's practice is, or the next practice, whenever we're making it or doing it, is Trikonasana. So a little bit more adductors with more rotations and rooting and grounding into the four corners of our feet. Thank you for being here, and feel free to subscribe, watch the next video, share with a friend. I appreciate you being here. Namaste.